Easy. All right. What the fuck happened to my hair? It's like I comb my hair with a pork chop.
That's why I fucking cut mine off.
Did I tell you about the best insult I've ever received was?
No.
Went to work, I had a new haircut, and one of the transfers was, hey, that's a nice haircut. Who did it? The shoemaker?
Wow.
I was so mad. I was like, that is so good. It is such a good cheap shot. I was like, I have to shake your hand.
Yeah.
There's no retaliating from that. And he was so surprised because I like breaking people's chops at work.
Right.
And I don't ever really have to take it because they can't usually get me.
Right.
I was like, that was perfect.
That was a good one. You got me, buddy.
So perfect. All right.
Fuck this. I'll put my glasses on.
I don't know why you took them off. Do you feel insecure about them?
No, they were making my nose sweat.
I don't know.
All right.
I'm not wearing mine just because I don't wear. Half the time I don't wear. Did I bring glasses?
I don't think so.
Cool. No, I did.
Oh,
They're here.
all right.
I'm not wearing them though. I don't need them.
Yeah, but I do. See, I
It's
need
not my
him,
fault. You're fucking blind.
I need him to see you. Otherwise, you're a big fat blob with a beard.
Which is normal. That's the way I look. So you might have 20/20 vision without the glasses. Asshole.
And yeah, and it's blurry to look down. So
Oh, that's not my fault.
I'm just,
No, your dick is also that shape. Anyway. All right, so. Welcome to Mike and Dave Hit the Stage.
I'm Mike.
I'm Dave. I'm not cutting any of that.
Yeah. Was it 15 seconds before the beginning so that,
Oh, that was way more than 50 seconds.
YouTube doesn't,
Demonetize us for
shadow
making
ban
no
us
money?
or whatever?
Yeah, I'm not really worried.
All right, cool.
So this is the international incident. Which,
Wonderful timing.
I know, which apparently is a little on the nose considering our country just bombed Iran.
Yeah. This is going to come out a few weeks after this has happened, so hopefully we're even still here. What?
Flash a light.
That's it. That's all. We live in the perfect spot.
Yeah. What was it?
Yep, that's it. Done.
Yeah.
I sent you that reel yesterday where the guy was like,
Yeah, I want to be in the blast
if
radius.
it happens, hit my house. I don't want to live The Walking Dead. Yeah, all that. I like watching those shows, and I think of it just like that guy said. I watch it and I go, yeah, no.
Have I ever told you? Like, I knew guys who are like, oh, when the apocalypse happens, I'm prepped. Listen,
Good for you.
no,
You're not. Yeah.
not one of these guys would survive 15 minutes.
Right.
You know, an asthmatic,
Yeah.
terrible air quality. Good luck, sir.
Yeah. And yeah. I get mad when I fucking don't have ramen noodles. Could you imagine if I had to fucking eat berries out of my backyard? Fuck out of here.
I'm fat. I'm not going to get thinner in an apocalypse. I'm going to get dead fast. I'm going to be slow moving. Whatever's going to be moving is going to be faster than me, and I'm dead. And if it isn't The Walking Dead, it's radioactive boars or some
Right.
other shit.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Yeah.
stupid. Anyway, international incident.
Uh-huh.
So how did you interpret this?
I just found bands that were from outside the United States.
So most of mine are not in English.
I noticed that after I listened. Yes.
I had to. I found other countries is one thing, but the stuff in their native language is so much more interesting to me.
Yes. And there's one on here that I brought up the last list that the lyrics I can't do it.
I know which one.
You do?
Yeah, it's my last one.
Yes. Yes,
Yep.
it is. Yes.
It is. Okay, so let's start with my first one.
Okay.
This is Vomit Remnants with Double O Buckshot.
This is just above Wormed.
Really?
I don't like pig noises. It's so stupid to me.
It's ironic.
That could be taken one of two ways.
Yep. we've all been hot calling once in a while.
But
I believe the term that the military uses is piggin.
yeah, I mean, listen, it starts out well and good, and then I hear the guy go, whatever. I can't even fucking make that noise. It's like sucking in. It's not even right.
No.
That guy's making that noise, breathing out.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, it sucks.
I like it.
It's fucking
I have
terrible.
I have
Where are they from?
Japan.
These are Japanese guys?
Yeah.
That's a Japanese guy?
Yep.
Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Japanese. Listen,
Also, this is another list where you can thank Mo because Mo got me into Vomit Remnants.
that's a little Japanese guy?
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know how little.
They're all little.
Wow.
Wow.
Here's my favorite part.
All right.
If you had done like the least bit of research on the band,
I
you
did
would have.
nothing.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. But you would have found that they're Japanese.
Okay.
Not like they're not dressing in traditional clothing.
Yeah.
But they're Japanese as fuck.
Okay.
Which is funny because there's another band on here that is also Japanese, and I want to smack you with a rock for.
Yes, I put it on there on purpose.
I know you did.
It's my last song, isn't
Yes,
it?
it is. It's an atrocity. That's what it is.
So yeah, no good. And Vomit Remnants, a Japanese band. I'm very impressed. Because I have a theory on Japanese bands. Because we have quite a few on here.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
And I have a theory on their names.
Is it? Do you think it's poor translation?
I think that's what it is, right?
Vomit Remnants is intentional.
Well, obviously.
Yeah.
That makes sense. That's why I didn't even know they were Japanese.
So you're thinking all the other names are incidental?
Dude, read them.
I'm looking at them.
Yeah. They don't make sense.
Disagree.
Okay. Anyway.
Let's jump ahead to your first one.
Okay. Now, I have been dying to put this on since 1994. This is Rumble Militia with Boys in Blue.
Okay, I have two questions.
Go ahead.
When they recorded this, was the vocals recorded at a different time and place than the music?
I have no idea.
Okay. Who are these guys?
So these are guys from Germany. The way I heard of them, I was in high school. And this reminds me of a time when I was the nerdy kid. I think I was a freshman. I know not a lot has changed. But it reminds me of a time when I used to help out the softball team. And
Are you the water boy?
basically, I used to get the equipment and stuff like that at school and stuff
You
like
used
that.
to take the equipment?
Yeah. And I became friends with these people, and they let me hang out. Now, somebody knew I was into, like, at the time, I was metal. I wasn't a punk guy yet. And they had this CD, and they gave me this CD. Mm-hmm. And I listened to it, and I liked it. It's not the greatest.
Okay.
I
At
know
least
it's not the greatest.
We can both admit that.
Right.
Okay.
But it has a special place in my heart.
Okay.
And I have been dying to put this on the list. And as soon as I saw International Incident, I was like, oh, Rumble Militia's going on there.
So now-
By the way, they started in 1985. This album came out in 91 or 90. Mm-hmm. And their last album came out in like 2022. And I don't know if they're done. I just mean that's their
That's the most
latest
recent.
album.
It's a good run.
Yeah.
Now, I just want to say this. I read the lyrics.
It's they're terrible.
No. These are anti-fascists.
Yes, of course. They're German.
It's not exactly...
No, I think
German and anti-fascists don't exactly go together like peanut butter and jelly at all times.
what I think is that they know where they come from.
Yeah,
and they're going, yeah, listen, fuckers.
Yeah, they really...
Yeah, Boys in Blue, fuck you.
Yeah. Which I like. I don't like that it's a Wesley Willis recording quality.
It's terrible.
It's rock and roll McDonald's, but heavier.
It absolutely is. This is a recording that fucking UFK made in fucking 1998.
Better. This is not better recording quality than UFK.
No, what I'm saying is it's along the...
Roxy rehearsal rooms had better recording quality than this album. Just the CD player, pause and play at the same time.
Remember that?
Yes.
Yes, I remember that.
I had to learn how to do it for other people.
Yeah.
It's great.
I miss Roxy.
I do too. I miss Dennis.
Yeah. I miss all those guys.
I do. Yeah, I miss all of them.
Dennis, Mo, Joe,
Mo and Joe, I love. Justin. Mike, obviously.
Yeah. Oh, Mike.
Yeah, we see him.
He's
we
old
see him.
hat. I see him every fucking month.
Like your period. He's your heavy flow. Yeah, I could have done without Dom. He was kind of a
Yeah, I like
kind of a
Dom.
weenie.
I like Dom.
Barry was always cool with me.
Barry, we were in a band together, so
Yeah,
he's doing charity work, and
and I'll go one better. The interns, Jeff and Angelo.
I don't remember those guys.
There was a rockabilly kid. I can't remember his name offhand.
Michael, remember?
Yeah, we've definitely talked about the kid since he left.
What I love about recording,
He's a nice kid too.
I love recording these so far in advance, and then Tuesday morning when these release,
You just get references.
the Discord goes, "Yeah, Mike, I remember when that happened," and I went, "What?"
Yeah.
Dude, I said
I'm
that-
not sitting next
I
to
said
you.
that a month ago.
The best part is every once in a while he'll do it with YouTube videos, and he'll send it with a timestamp.
Okay.
He doesn't do that with this.
Yeah.
I wish he did. 22 minutes 48 seconds.
Right,
you said cunt.
this. Right. You said cunt. We're good.
11 minutes 9 seconds.
All right.
Yeah, no, I miss the Roxy guys. I always loved I loved going in there and just also the bands, like the bands that used to come in,
Oh yeah.
like you know, the bigger bands, whatever. But the guys who were there all the time.
But that's what the coolest thing was walking in, and like Murphy's Law is walking out, or
Strap hangers were there all the time.
well, I knew we were good friends with the Strap Hangers.
The Bullies, No Place to Piss,
Yeah.
which were opposing forces.
But it's just so funny, like all these bands. We were all in the same spot. It was just the spot to be, the spot to practice.
And then the bands of the guys who worked there were always around.
And then I'll never forget when I realized we were the old guys, and I was only 25. Seriously, we were in there, and we were getting ready to go in, UFK, I think. Right? Was I 20? Yeah. Yeah, it had to be about 25, around there.
So it was like 42 years ago.
Yeah. And this young band came out, and they were like teenagers.
Oh,
And they came out, and they were like, yeah, well, and I remember being that kid. And then just realizing in my head, I'm like, fuck, we're the old guys now.
and imagine what you think now.
I know. Hey.
I have no problem with that. I never.
I don't care. I don't care.
I never cared about being the young guy, the old guy, whatever. I always find it funny. Like you'd be sitting in the lobby, and you'd hear a band covering Metallica, and you knew there was young kids,
Right.
and it wasn't because they were good or bad. You could just feel the energy.
Right.
It was that energy of, I'm going to do this as best I can, and they'd give it way more than Metallica ever gave it.
I don't know if Mike remembers this, and this will be one of the things, yes, I remember, or no, I don't remember. We recorded I believe we went to practice in Brooklyn. Was Mike even in the band yet? Or was it John? Whatever it was, we were recording. Whatever we were doing, we may have wrote one song. And I said into the microphone, now you got to remember, we were like 19, 20 when we first started UFK.
Okay.
I remember saying, this is going to sound so good. And it has haunted me to this day. Because people bring it up, because then you hear us play. We're not terrible,
But you're new.
but we're not so good, you know?
So
And then there was a second time, by the way, when I said, and I think Mike was there for this, when I told, it might have been the same night, when I said, tune to this, and I farted in the microphone, and it came out perfect on the recording.
you're an idiot.
Tune to this.
Somebody else has to sing into that mic.
I don't care. It was me all night. It was like the beginning of the fucking night.
But then somebody after you is going to have to go in there
I don't
and
care.
taste your fucking farticles. So, gearing up to record with Shadow, we would go into the studio and run it was the entire album.
Yeah.
And we were also doing shows, so we were doing the playlist, like the set list. So we do the entire album, and we'd record it so we could go back and see what we were fucking up.
Okay.
I didn't have to do that.
Because you were perfect.
No, I fucking sucked.
Okay.
No, I messed up like everybody else. But what would happen is you'd hear a wrong note from me and you'd hear Dan go, yeah, that's fucking great. He was nowhere near a microphone.
Wow.
You could hear him loud as day. I can play that for you from my phone another time.
And he could hear you fuck up.
Oh yeah, it was clear. It was like
I mean, I could hear people.
individual bass playing.
I could hear it. You know, when somebody would fuck up.
Oh yeah.
But I would never say anything because it was never.
But it wasn't like it was like we were gearing up for important shit.
Yeah.
So it was like you got to get this right.
Yeah.
And I wasn't, and I was like, ooh, that stings. And now I listen to him like, he was totally right.
Yeah.
And because it was so, oh, that's fucking great. It was.
Was
so
he angry or was he just pointing it out?
It was sarcastic.
Oh, okay. All right.
But at the same time, it stung at the time, and now it's like, nah, he was right. That
Yeah.
was
I
that
get
was
it.
I could have done that better.
Yeah.
And by better, I mean good at all. Like there was a straight up burnt note.
Yeah.
Like it's just a straight fart. Let's go to the next one.
All right. Your next one is alien weaponry. Malmoko.
Maumoko.
Heard of this band before? Don't know where they're from.
They're from New Zealand.
Okay.
These are Maori.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
In the language, their bass player has Maumoko. The tattoos on the,
right.
That's what that is. That's called Maumoko. It's their connection to their ancestors.
Right.
And they sing in the traditional language. They do not sing in English. They do
Ever?
ever.
Okay. So
Now the
okay.
thing is, at one point, the band was 3 white dudes,
Okay.
but they're all from New Zealand.
Right.
They're mixed generationally. You know, their family, their descendant.
Right.
Their bassist left, and they got a new bassist, and this guy is brutal. Big, like they're big, strong looking dudes. Their drummer looks like he could play with any other American death metal band.
Right.
But they start every show with a haka. You know what a haka is?
Yeah.
That.
Terrifying.
Yes. It's the 3 of them on stage doing that.
Yeah.
That's how they start the show. And then they do this. Did you happen to watch the video for this song?
No. I didn't even realize there was a video. God damn it.
Oh yeah,
Usually I do watch a video of
it's
it.
a combination of them playing in the woods, guys,
Yeah.
guys in traditional outfits.
That's because
running.
we did these too fast.
I
we had a
crisis of scheduling.
yes.
I went through this list multiple times to make sure I got what I got out of it. And I like alien weaponry because they are so not American in their style. Like their music style is very, although it's very rhythmic and very heavy, it's not American rhythm.
Yeah.
Like
okay.
there's American and then Latin American rhythms that are used in metal. There's a touch of it, but there's this tribal rhythm that kind of feels underneath
Yeah.
that kind of drives them.
Right.
Very Sepultura.
You just beat me to it.
And they're not even Latin rhythm. They're tribal. Like there's an old school rhythm to it that you just don't hear in many other bands. The traditional tattoos have always been fascinating to me.
Yeah.
I can't, obviously I have no qualifications for any of that.
Right.
But if I were to ever go like off the rails, a face tattoo is in my future.
But really? I would never get a face tattoo.
All this.
Of what?
I would get line work like that, like the Maumoko.
Oh, okay.
They do, like, some of them even go like all
Isn't
the
that
way around.
cultural appropriation?
That's why I haven't done it, because I'm not a fucking asshole.
But if you go off the rails, you will.
If I go off the rails, who fucking cares? I'm crazy.
That's crazy.
I'll Amanda Bynes the shit out of myself.
Oh, that is so good.
Didn't she post on Twitter she wanted Drake to split her in half?
Oh my God, no!
That was like the sign she had gone off the rails. She got a heart
tattoo on her face, yeah.
and then it was a heart tattoo. Her eyebrows were gone, and she said
was
like,
such a cute kid.
The pressure that they put on Disney kids,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna call all of them Disney kids
Right,
for
yeah,
child actors,
yeah.
is crazy.
Yeah.
The fact that any of them come out of that somewhat normal is a fucking miracle.
Well, look at even I mean, if you take what he says as true, look at Corey Feldman.
Here's the thing. It's hard to
Like the dude thinks he's Michael Jackson.
No, he knows he's not Michael Jackson. He's very aware. No, but the problem is he wants to be Michael Jackson, and that's fine. But be honest about it.
Yeah.
He's not honest about it. But if what he said was so slanderous, he'd be sued.
Yeah.
He's not being sued.
Yeah. Well,
Nobody believes
has
him.
he ever mentioned a name?
Yeah.
He has?
He put out a documentary. It was on YouTube. It got pulled.
Right.
But it was on there. And he named some people.
Yeah.
Dan Schneider,
Yeah.
the standard guy everyone talks
He
about.
knew Dan Schneider.
He knew of him.
Okay.
And he mentioned Charlie Sheen
Yeah.
and some Hollywood executives and some people.
Yeah.
It's very obvious names, but at the same time, it's people that should, like, if they were innocent and there was no proof, they should have sued him.
Right.
But it's the ravings of a lunatic. You don't have to refute a lunatic. It's, he's crazy. Mm-hmm. But is he wrong?
Yeah.
And that's what bothers me. That's the thing. Like, is he so right that nobody believes him?
I don't know.
That's the part that gets me. Like, is he so right in what he's saying?
The sad thing is, if he wasn't so wackadoo, I think people would believe him more.
100%.
You know?
He's nutty.
Yeah.
But that shouldn't discredit him.
No, I know. But it does.
Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
made myself sad.
Why?
Think about poor Corey Haim taking it in the shitter.
Corey Haim.
Well, that was that whole documentary was the rape of two Coreys. There was only one
That
Corey that got raped.
Was that what it's called?
Yeah.
It was called that?
Yeah. He wasn't fucking around. The only problem is he said he had experiences, but he didn't I think he said it was another actor of the same age.
Right.
But he said that somebody much older than Corey Haim sodomized him.
Okay.
He accused Charlie Sheen.
Oh, yeah. All right.
I don't know if I'm going to get in trouble for that,
I
but
don't know. I have no
that's what
idea.
I saw in this documentary.
Right.
And Corey Haim's mother refutes it, but nobody's filed any sort of defamation or slander or any
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That seems awfully. And speaking of Michael Jackson,
Okay.
it's been popping up in the algorithm of stuff from the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
I think because two of the brothers have the same baby mama.
Okay. That's nuts.
It's whatever.
Uh-huh.
But I just Michael Jackson doing the robot with Diana Ross
I haven't
back
seen
in the day.
that.
It's from way back in the day.
Yeah? He was a little kid?
He was a teenager.
Yeah.
It was before he beat it and
Yeah. Yeah.
Pee Wee.
Yeah. Oh, Pee Wee. I didn't see that documentary either.
I don't think I can.
Why?
I loved Pee Wee Herman and
Yeah,
it
but
just
it's not a bad one.
I know it's not a hit piece, but it's just still thinking about Pee Wee makes me sad because he was such a big part of my childhood.
So a lot of people have been talking about it, and there are some things that came to mind to light that I never realized. Well, I knew it, but it's Cowboy Curtis,
It was,
Lawrence Fishburne.
Lawrence Fishburne. Phil Hartman
Phil
was
Hartman was
Captain
Captain Carl.
Yeah.
Do you know who the King of Cartoons was?
King of Cartoons. No.
I don't remember his name.
Oh, then
but
how
it's the
fucking
actor who played Blackula.
hang on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look up Blackula first and go backwards
Go back.
because I don't know if that's gonna.
Yeah, the King of Cartoons was the guy who played Blackula.
I'm gonna look up first. It's William Marshall.
Okay.
Holy fuck! It's the King of Cartoons, Blackula.
But that was Pee Wee's vision. Like he wanted to make Pee Wee's Playhouse like trippy. Like
Yeah. Did you ever see the original HBO special?
Yes.
That wasn't meant for
yes,
kids. It was
100%.
great.
It's great. Where he's flying at the end. He's a little puppet.
The mirror shoes.
Yeah.
You can't see my underwear, Pee Wee. I'm not wearing it anyway. And they check it. Ew.
Miss Yvonne.
Miss Yvonne.
Yeah.
Not my first crush.
No. She never. I don't know. She wasn't.
The Pee Wee's special, the first one.
Yeah.
She was creepy.
Yeah.
She was intentionally like creepy.
Yeah.
But the show one was cute. Yeah.
And she just died.
Oh God.
And she was like 80 years old. It's like,
I like how Cassandra Peterson was like his de facto girlfriend,
yeah.
and she's a lesbian and he was gay. And I love Elvira so much.
Yes.
She's
awesome.
so. I mean, beyond the fact that she was beautiful, she's still beautiful.
Yeah.
But she was so funny and so interesting and smart. Like she knew how to market herself in a way that was sexual but not hypersexual and funny, but not enough where she would be considered a comedian and schlocky. It was great.
And you know, I never thought of it, and I thought I knew this already. The one person who sang Pee Wee's Playhouse.
That was Cyndi Lauper.
Yeah, but under a different name.
Well, I don't know what the name was, but
I forget what the name was, but it was always rumored that it was her.
and then it finally came out now.
But then it finally came out now because her record company didn't want her to do it,
of course.
and
They
she
wanted
wanted
money.
to do it.
Yeah.
So she just came up with a stage name. I forget what it was.
Richard Bachman.
Nora Jones or something.
It definitely wasn't Nora Jones. You know why I picked Richard Bachman?
Why?
That's Stephen King's other pen name. I'm still mad at Stephen King for naming his son Joe.
Why?
Son's name is Joking.
Joking.
It's like, why would you do that?
Do you think he thought that? Or did he do it on purpose?
I hope not. I hope it is also another fake name. I think Richard Bachman's his real name.
Oh yeah.
I think. Hang on. I always
Here we
get that
go.
backwards.
What,
I'm
Stephen
not,
King is not his real name?
I don't think so. I could be wrong. I'm often wrong.
I thought his pen name pseudonyms were all those other ones. I think Stephen King's his actual name.
Oh, Stephen King is his real name.
Yeah.
Okay, Stephen Edwin King.
Edwin.
So his name is Stevie King, which takes all the piss out of his name. I told you how to take the piss out of anybody's name.
How?
Throw the DJ in front of it. DJ Stephen King. It has no credibility.
That's hilarious.
Of course. So I started that with my favorite way to take. It was my original Discord name, DJ Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Wow. Yeah,
It
you
takes
told me that,
it takes
yeah.
all the credit
Yeah.
out of the name.
Wow.
Mike was like, "You got to change that."
Yeah, you can't have that.
I don't know why.
I don't know why either. It's just
So I know guys who knew.
appropriation.
A
or
guy.
something. I don't know.
I knew a guy who knew a guy personally that I nicknamed DJ Stephen Hawking.
Okay.
He had muscular dystrophy. He was in a wheelchair.
You're a terrible.
I
human
was a
being.
terrible person, but there were two of them. They were brothers.
They were
I didn't
both.
I didn't realize they were both. I
They were
didn't realize
both-
it was two people, and they were both
You
in
thought
wheelchairs.
it was the same guy? You are an asshole.
And they were both DJs. So I called them both DJ Stephen Hawking. I'm an asshole. Yes.
Wow.
I think their names are like John and Jay.
Oh, too close. Yeah.
Yeah.
They dress the same.
I don't know. All I remember was the chair.
One would go to the bathroom, the other one would come into the room, and you'd be like, "That was quick."
It's Fook You and Fook Me from Austin Powers. Fook Me, that was fast. Fook You. Jesus Christ. Speaking of international incidents,
All right, so let's go on to my next one. Speaking of Japanese twins, what?
Are there twins in this
No,
band?
not twins. This is Hey Smith with "Feel My Pain." I want to know how you feel about this one.
fucking trumpets.
I knew it, but they're not used annoyingly.
How do you find the worst fucking music from around the world?
Me?
It's the Epcot Center of bullshit.
This you don't like this?
I hated it.
Hated it.
Hated it.
Wow.
And there's only one I hated more than this.
Yeah. Okay.
One.
Uh-huh.
And that one, I have comments.
We have yeah, I know. We're gonna get there. I did it on purpose.
I know you did it on purpose. You fucking butt trumpet piece of shit.
But
Fart into a microphone, think it's music.
you don't find any talent in this band at all?
I didn't say they're not talented.
Yeah.
I said I fucking hate them.
Okay. Is it the vocals?
Okay. I don't like Rush,
Okay.
but that doesn't mean they're not talented. That
Correct.
means I don't like Led Zeppelin,
Okay.
but they're talented,
Right.
but I don't like them. I hate these guys.
Just
Are they
because of the
talented?
trumpet?
No, just the whole thing just didn't grab me.
The one
But the
guy's
trumpet
the one
really
guy's
bothered me.
voice is a little grating.
Listen, I put Mongolian music on here, and it's still better than this.
Mongolian music.
You didn't even catch it. That's the best part. We'll get there.
Okay.
So, yeah, this was not great. It's not the worst thing on the list.
Okay.
It's not the best thing on the list by a long shot. There are two that are better than it. Three that are better than it from your side.
This has opened up my mind to Japanese punk and ska now.
There's another band that I didn't include on here that I can't pronounce their name.
Right.
I will show you a video.
Okay.
They wear traditional clothing, and some of them even play traditional music instruments.
Yeah.
They are crazy good.
Japanese?
Japanese.
Okay.
So Japanese culture is it comes in waves. Like right now, there's a huge
Metal.
There's a no, there not only metal, but there's a huge cholo
Really?
movement in Japan. Yeah.
Okay. That I didn't see.
There's a cholo movement. There was like a 50s like pompadour and jean jacket phase, and that's still going.
Right.
Like there's all these different the bubblegum pop look, all of those things, those styles got incorporated into Japanese culture, and they blend. And that's what really Japanese music is, blending. And in some of these cases, traditional music,
Right.
Not in this case, but in this case, it's like they were hanging around with some real Boston pieces of shit.
This is not Boston music.
No, it's not. It's just shit.
No.
It is talented.
What was I going to say? Oh, you were very lucky. I was going to put. Have you ever heard of a band called Lady Baby?
Yes. I
was so close to putting that
I
on
want to
here.
say this clearly.
I wanted to see if they did anything recently. They have not.
Did you see the announcement that Baby Metal's going on tour?
Yes, with Sleep Token.
It's
Oh,
Sleep
no.
Token and no. I think it was. Hang on.
I saw that they're like
It was 2 tours that I was like,
and
these
they-
are crazy.
They're releasing music with these bands, right?
Let's see who it is. Well, they're going to be playing MSG Theater.
Okay.
Oh, fuck. I went to StubHub. StubHub. They're going with the Black Veil Brides,
Okay.
which I'm not a huge fan
All
of,
right, yeah.
but that's interesting.
Okay.
But the other tour is... What the fuck was that?
That was like from in here.
Did your
somewhere.
sinuses just open?
I don't know. I started draining.
Trivium and Ginger.
Okay.
That is going to be wild.
Now, see, when Baby Metal first came out, I thought it was a made-up band. I thought it was like a generic, like a boy band.
Oh, like the other girl bands in Japan,
Yeah.
like K-pop stuff. Like
Right.
they're engineered.
Right. I had an ex-girlfriend who was in a band that was in one of those girl bands, a rock band. And it was around probably about 2000, 2001. And it was one of those bands where they put them together.
Yeah,
she didn't know anybody else in the band.
They're assembled like the New Kids on the Block.
It didn't go anywhere. They have one album out. And after that it was just done.
It's funny. They used. I thought they had a name. I know they have for pop bands. They have a name for
Yeah.
that, and I think they just call them J girl bands.
Okay.
But there's like 46 different J girl
Yeah.
bands,
But that's what I thought. That's what I thought Baby Metal was.
and
But-
Lady Baby's just a dude in a maid's outfit,
dude, the first time I think I may have. I don't remember. From what I remember, Mike hates it.
Yes,
And
he does.
And I'm pretty sure I've sent him videos of that guy with the 2 little Japanese girls. And he's got the pigtails and the thick beard. And he's singing in Japanese.
Yep.
And for some reason, it makes me giddy. I don't know
Because
why.
you're a silly goose.
Because it's stupid.
You're a silly goose.
Yes,
That's all right.
It's stupid. And I know it's stupid.
But it's fun.
But it's fun.
So I think I put on at least one of the lists. It was Baby Metal and what's the German band? Hang on.
Du Hast? That band?
No, not Rammstein. No, less rapey, more fun.
Oy. Less rapey?
Yeah,
What does
Till
that mean?
Lindemann has accusations.
Oh yeah? I had no idea.
Nothing proven, but
I'm not a Rammstein fan at all. Zero interest.
I'm mad that I can't remember.
Oh, excuse me.
Oh man, these guys have too much shit out here.
Who is it?
Electric Callboy.
Yes.
Yes.
I saw that and I thought of you. They did Baby Metal did a song with them, right?
Yes, it was Baby Metal and Electric Callboy, and Baby Metal and Slaughter to Prevail did a song together.
Yes.
And he's in trouble now.
Oh, why? Because he brought out a fucking Russian flag.
Well,
I know he's got
I got
accusations too.
I got 2 sides of the same argument for him.
Okay.
One, he is Russian, so
Yeah.
he's proud to be Russian, and
Right.
that's fine.
And he explained it well enough that he said that it's not he's proud to be Russian. He's not saying I'm better than you.
And he's not saying that he supports the decisions of the current Russian
Right,
regime
right,
because
right.
that is the reason he no longer lives in Russia.
Right.
He is proud to be from where he's from.
Right.
The other stuff, the tattoos and stuff like that, he actually has a good reason for that too.
He was young and stupid.
He said, I was young,
Right.
stupid. I used to hang out with these guys. I really wasn't part of the movement, but I thought I was trying to be cool.
Yeah, dude. I have.
And then on the other side of that, there's an argument that he's made, and it's not really in his favor.
Mm-hmm.
He wanted to get some tattoos covered up.
Right.
And that's when I realized he's a massive pussy.
What do you mean?
Because he's like, I need numbing cream. I don't want to
Really?
feel it. Like a little bitch.
That's shocking. 'Cause
Yup.
he's this big guy. And he's got the scar on his face. And
You know where you got the scar from?
is it true? It's not the bear.
Yeah.
Is that true, or I
Yes.
thought it was just scarification?
I don't think it's scarification.
Let's look this up.
I don't think he did that on
Alex
purpose.
Terrible, right?
I've seen Alex Terrible, yes. I also saw him get bit by a baby bear. By the way, I would pay money
Scar.
to watch a human being get bit by a baby bear.
Oh yeah. Well, because it's not going to do a lot of fucking damage.
You never know. Those little fucking claws and teeth are
The
sharp.
most likely explanation is surgical scarification, which makes most sense because the scar is so perfectly shaped and healed.
Well, healing is just how you take care of it after it's done.
Slaughter to prevail. Alex Terrible reveals how he got his face scar. Oh my god, is this a video? Oh no. Ah, fuck. Never mind. It's on X, and
Oh.
they gotta fucking tell me 40 different things before I just fucking see what it is.
I'll work on it.
Yeah.
But even if he did it to himself, that's pretty fucking stupid.
It's on your face. I don't like anything that happens on your
Everyone's
face.
like, it's too perfect to be a real scar.
Yeah.
I went to Reddit
Well,
and
not-
immediately saw somebody's asshole.
Reddit.
I swear to God. I clicked on a Reddit link and it was like,
Come
asshole.
on. Yeah, because that's your algorithm on fucking Reddit.
I'm going to do this low so you can see it. I literally clicked away from the original link. That was the first thing.
Yeah, of course. You fucking wackadoo.
I could do this all day.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, no. Gross. All right, so listen.
Yeah, they're not getting better. I'm gonna
How about you look up Alex Terrible like we were
I
fucking
did,
talking
and
about?
it
And it came to that.
It came. Well, no. I clicked away from that and
You
went
veered.
to my. Yeah,
You veered.
I wandered into it.
Alex Terrible scar. Ass.
Penis. What?
Whoa. Well, listen, variety's the spice of life, you know.
Don't knock it till you've tried it 6 to 10 times. Fucking weird.
Oh,
We
I
really
don't-
are.
Where are we?
That was Haysmith. We're going to the next one.
How did we get to fucking...
I don't know. Alex Terrible and his fucking
Face-
Now I'm starting to think it was a fake scarification tattoo.
Scarification? Yeah. I heard the bear thing, too. And
I saw him wrestle a bear. I saw the video.
that was a good band, too.
I wrestled a bear once.
that
No,
was-
they weren't.
No, I know. That's originally where Spirit Box comes from.
I know.
Well, not originally. They weren't the original members, but...
Yeah. Meh. Not Spirit Box. They're
yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
But let's go to the next one, which is Unlucky Morpheus with the Black Death Mansion murders.
Right.
What?
Japanese.
Yes. Proper use of violin.
Okay. Unlucky Morpheus?
Unlucky
you know what I'm saying
Morpheus.
about, like... What does that mean? Oh, okay. Like, if it made
Does
sense...
it have to make sense? Alien weaponry.
Yeah, but that makes sense.
How is
Alien
it-
weaponry.
Weaponry?
I keep putting a D in there for some reason.
Yeah, good job, Hendry. Dick.
But, yeah. Unlucky Morpheus. I don't know what that means.
Does it matter?
No, because
Wait,
they took the first word of our
Didn't
old band.
you follow a band called Scalopi?
Scalopi?
Isn't that? Oh, no. Scriveners?
No, I don't follow a band.
Oh, we'll get there.
Yeah. No, I followed a band called Unlucky Fried Kittens.
That I'm fine with. No,
I was in a band called
I'm trying to think of one of the shitty band names that you've introduced me to. Oh, Lesbone is Flask?
Larry and his flash.
Whatever.
Don't bring it up. They're gonna yell at us again.
They're going to yell at you. See, that's the thing. They aim it at you because you interact with them. I don't give a fuck. I make fun of bands I like and they don't give a shit.
Hang on, I gotta text my son.
Oh,
Hang on, he's just
get rid of all my Unlucky Flask
Go in the room and delete my delete my history. What? Why? Oh,
Uh,
you have to do that on your phone.
Nope. No, I don't. That implies I'm ashamed.
Give me 1 second.
I am not an ashamed person.
Yeah. So
Dribbled.
yeah, this was very good.
I love Unlucky Morpheus. The Japanese power metal.
It's good.
Now here's the thing. I found these guys years ago covering Dream Theater
Okay.
on violin.
Okay.
Like those runs that they do, those Dream Theater guitar and keyboard runs.
Yeah.
Guitar and violin. It was amazing.
Uh-huh.
I've seen them cover Ingve and amazing stuff. And I fell in love with them. And then they added the singer because a lot of the stuff was instrumental. They added the singer. The singer's awesome. Also sings in Japanese.
Yes.
And I love that because it's not everything needs to be heard in English through American ears.
Right. And that's one of the complaints I have with some of the songs. One of the songs I picked. Well, there's only one more that, is in English on my thing. But what was I going to say? I totally forgot what I was going to say.
Oh,
God damn it.
In English?
Yeah. In you're right. Like even the Haysmith stuff. I don't understand why they're singing in English because it almost sounds forced.
Yes. Which is, oh man, there's a band Mike loves to bring up. Loudness. I don't care that they sing in English.
Okay.
I wish they didn't.
Okay.
Ezio is another one.
Who's that?
They're another Japanese metal band. Ezio and Loudness, yeah, they sang in English. Whatever. I don't think it helped.
Right.
It didn't get more. I don't think it got more popular because it was in English. Look at Rammstein. And Rammstein's not on this list. They had to change, like when they did English versions of their songs, they weren't as good.
Didn't do well, yeah.
They not only did they not do well, they didn't sound as good because the language you write in should be the emotion that you're feeling. Because you don't,
And also, the translation's not going to fit.
even if it's okay, that is not true.
Really?
Okay, so John Cicada. Do you
Yeah.
know who John Cicada is?
Yeah.
Okay, he had an album, and for his biggest songs, he did English and Spanish versions.
Okay.
So If You Go is also Si Te Vas, which is they line up.
Okay.
And the rhythms don't exactly line up, but the way he sings it does.
Okay.
It works perfectly. It's a great song. It was that and Otro Día Más, which is Just Another Day. It's one for one, great song.
Yeah.
Nothing changes in the music itself, but it's a great song. Very rarely does that work.
Right. Very rarely does it
rarely.
work. Right.
But I think they sound better in the native language.
That's what I mean.
In the singer's native language.
What I'm saying is that when they translate it to English, a lot of times it doesn't make any sense because it doesn't translate correctly.
Yes.
Like people say, "Oh, it sounds so much better in Spanish," or "It sounds so much better in Italian." When I say, a saying, right? It's the same thing. Like,
No, I thought of this. My wife sent me this thing. We don't call them children. We call them shit goblins.
why did that come up?
It was a German thing. In German, we don't call them children. We call them. It was like something kobold.
well-
It's shit goblins.
Well, it was the thing I
Scheisse kobold.
I was the thing. Little angry men. Yes. I say it out.
It's that thing. It's like there's a term that in Portuguese is saudades, which is a feeling of longing, but it's not quite explainable in English.
Right.
And there's only one word in English that you can't really singular word describe it any other way, and that's queef.
That was the last thing I thought you were going to say. Holy shit.
That's another comedian's joke. I love it.
Okay.
It's just the way he starts with this whole thing, and he's like, saudades is, and he goes, and the only word in English I can think of like that is queef, and the room goes dead silence because everyone at the same time realizes there's no other way other than pussy fart,
Right.
to describe queef, and it doesn't quite describe it well enough.
Right. Oh, God.
There's another term, heareth. Have you ever heard of that?
Nope.
It's a longing for a place that you can never return to, or maybe even never existed.
Heareth?
Heareth.
Okay.
it's a Shakespearean word, but it's the longing for a place you can never go home to,
Right.
and it's the past. The past is the only real place you can never return to.
Right.
And I always, I
Got a lot
love
of
that
those.
term.
I got a lot of those.
Oh, I have plenty of places I'm not welcome anymore. The bathroom at Hooters. I've actually never been to a Hooters.
Wow, I've never been to Hooters either.
Why would I?
I find it just so weird. It's not sexy to me at all.
Did you hear? You know, Hooters went bankrupt.
Did they?
Yeah.
There's one in Fresh Meadows.
Yeah, I know. I drive past it all the time.
Uh-huh.
But here's the funny thing. There's one investor who's talking about putting heavy money into bringing it back.
And
Can you guess who it is?
one investor.
Real piece of shit.
I was gonna say someone local that we all know.
Not a local hero.
No, I don't know.
No, this is Hulk Hogan. When I think Hooters, I think, yeah, the guy who probably went to Hooters looking for his third wife.
Yeah, that Tampa Bay piece of garbage. Yeah, that tracks.
Terry Jean Bollea.
Balea.
I was going to play bass for Metallica. No, you weren't.
Yeah, his lies were gross.
One day we just have to sit and read the list, the whole list
Of all the things that he lied about.
all the and continues to lie.
I don't remember half the lies, but
Oh, they're terrible.
yeah,
Partying with John Belushi. He had been dead for 2 years.
yeah.
They're awful. So Elvis loved watching him wrestle. He wasn't wrestling when Elvis was alive.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah. So let's go to my next one.
All right. The Warning. I'm hang on, I'm having trouble. Choke.
Yeah. This is the most catchy song on this album.
And they're so good though.
I do dig this, but this is another one where I listen to it and I kind of feel like it's forced. I like the song.
It
I
feels
actually
heavily produced.
I really like the song. I just feel like
Sorry.
they are forcing the English. Does that make sense?
Pushing.
Yeah.
Now where are they from?
They're from Mexico. They're Mexican.
Oh.
They're three sisters.
Oh, they're all
Yeah,
they're all
sisters.
related?
Yeah. And
Go to the video.
they are really good. Really good.
They're very talented. Here's my complaint. Too produced.
Yeah, okay.
And now that I realize that they're a family band,
Yeah.
that's always been a little goofy for me.
Yeah, but it's not goofy music. They're not the Partridge Family.
No.
You know what I mean? They could be doing Partridge Family music,
Yeah.
you know? But they're all talented at their instruments.
Yes. Highly talented.
You know, it's not I don't feel like it's a made up band.
no. This is not.
You're three beautiful girls who are all sisters. Let's make a band. I'll teach you guitar, you learn the drums, and you learn the bass.
Liliac. Have you ever seen Liliac?
They just got accused of stealing a song.
Yes. And it seems like
It's the exact same
it's
song.
the exact same fucking song.
The lyrics aren't even different.
Yes. So here's my thing.
Are they a family band?
They're a family band.
Okay.
Every member of that band is a kid in that family.
Uh-huh.
Their father is their producer.
Yeah.
And he looks just like them with a beard.
That's weird.
They all look the same. The older
yeah.
sister who was playing drums, she left. She got married, had a baby. She left. They got one of the other kids is now playing drums. Their bassist / keyboardist has been there forever. He was like 7 playing. Like initially, the singer was playing bass and singing, and then they had him playing bass, and she played piano, and then the drummer left, and then they started switching shit up.
Right. They were like a TikTok band, I think.
Yeah,
They originally came from
They
TikTok.
were on
or
America's Got Talent
Yeah.
and shit like that. But they're a good band.
Yeah.
But some of their writing's a little cheesy,
Yeah.
a little bit. I was gonna say creepy, but not really.
A little cheesy, or is
A
it
little cheesy.
yeah?
It was a little,
Where are they from?
Well, I think they're originally Romanian, but they live in the United States.
Oh,
they're,
really?
The kids are raised in the United States.
Yeah. I was trying to see if they was going southern, a little Kid Rock.
L.A. Formed in Los
based-
Angeles in
okay.
2015, but based in Atlanta.
Atlanta, interesting. All right.
Yeah, and they are Romanian.
Okay. Very cool.
Yeah. And I love they don't even bother with last names. They just start listing the members by first name.
Yeah, because they all have the same last name.
Yeah. Samuel, Melody,
Romanov.
Abigail,
Whatever.
Christia.
Christia.
Romanov is very on the nose. It's very.
It's very
That's
Scarlett Johansson.
well.
It's
Romanov.
Romanov.
Would be a Russian name.
Yeah, that's her. It's a Black Widow.
That's
She's Natasha Romanov.
which is the Romanov family that was killed at the end of the beginning of World War One.
Okay.
The Romanov family, Russian royalty.
Okay. Yeah. Is that who Black Widow's supposed to be? Is she supposed to be
No.
related to them or something? No, I don't know. I don't know the whole fucking comic book.
So, and her name is
Shite.
technically wrong.
What do you mean?
So, there are two different, like, last names are gendered in Russian and
Right.
some of the other
Even
Baltic
last
countries.
names?
Yes. So when you see,
So what would she be? Romanov?
it'd be Romanova.
Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Romanov would be male. Romanova would be female.
I had no idea the last name was
Ski
that.
and Skaya
Yeah.
are male and female gendered.
Okay.
Yeah. I know we normally don't do Polish jokes,
Okay.
but this is probably my favorite one. Why do all Polish last names end in ski?
Why?
Because they can't spell toboggan.
Wow, dude.
It's mean, but it's not like a
It's
normal Polish joke.
Dumb.
It's really funny.
Not funny at
That's
all.
very funny. I always found that one
Dumb.
funny. And you know where Polish jokes came from.
Where?
So
Germany?
they started with Germany during World War II,
Right.
when the Polish army had to fight off a panzer invasion with their military, which was horseback.
okay.
They didn't have a mechanized military,
Right.
So they're fighting. They were fighting the German military tanks
Right.
with horses.
Right. In the 1800s.
Yeah,
Basically.
No, it was the 1900s.
No, but I'm saying basically with 1800s
yeah,
technology.
they didn't
Right.
get into mechanized warfare.
Right. They didn't have to.
Yeah, until then.
Right.
Then the Polish tank became a very powerful weapon.
Uh-huh.
But the fact that they said, "Oh, look, we just steamrolled over them. They're stupid. They're fighting us on horseback,"
Right.
and that's where those jokes started. They also used that, like the German propaganda used comedy to
Dehumanize them?
take away their validity as people. You know, which happens all over the place. You start making jokes about people, and then all of a sudden they seem less important, and all of a sudden you can do whatever you want to them.
Yeah.
End of message.
Salud. I hate drinking this straight, but it's don't look at my face.
Why are you drinking it straight? Did you run out of soda?
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. I like that one.
Just straight bullet?
Yeah.
Straight bullet is nice.
That's delicious. It really is. As I mean, I over exaggerated it there, but
A little bit.
That was good.
I told you, did you meet Jason?
Jason who? I know a lot of Jasons.
One-Legged Jay.
No.
Okay. I'm sad that you haven't met One-Legged Jay yet because he is a whiskey connoisseur. I won't say a snob
Okay.
because he's very cool about it. So we went to, Luigi played a show. We all met up and
Was this a recent one?
yeah,
You said you were gonna go. I should have went.
you should have.
It's hard because it's all the way out here in Brooklyn. It's very hard for me.
It was literally around the corner.
Yeah, but on a
I know.
Friday night when I'm coming home from work on the
I
fucking
happen to have been off that day.
BQE or the fucking Belt Parkway, I got to take out here.
I get it. By the time I got everybody home, it's like 2 a.m.
Yeah, I can't see. I can't.
I'm an insomniac. It doesn't bother me.
All right.
But so he goes, "What are you drinking?"
Yeah.
I said, because normally I don't let him, like, he doesn't pay for food around me because he's helped me out a lot. So he's like, I'm buying. I said, okay, 1 drink. I'm like, whatever you're having.
Right.
And he goes, a double of Knob Creek?
Maybe not a double.
Nope, it was a double.
You did it. Oh, you did a double too as well.
Yeah, he wasn't doing shots.
He's sipping.
He drinks it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was awesome. It was an awesome choice.
Yeah.
And I was like, anytime I have a whiskey option, I'm going to Jay.
All right. There you go.
He's really good with that.
All right, we should start moving on here.
Nah, we're doing all right. Oh, Jesus, yeah. I just looked at the time. Jesus Christ. Next one is The Surprise.
Galloping Steeds by
I said,
Tenger.
I wanted you to take it easy how you pronounce this because it could go real bad.
No, it's a T. It's not an N. It's a T. Tenger Cavalry.
Cavalry.
Not Nordic or Celtic.
Mongolian.
This is the Mongolian band.
So, Mongolian metal is really something. There are only 2, I can only think of 2 Mongolian heavy metal bands.
Right.
It's these guys and the Who. HU.
Oh, what?
The HU, not the Who.
You were shocking the shit out of me right now.
What? Keith Moon. No, yeah, this band and the Who are two of the only Mongolian bands I've really ever heard. But these guys are crazy because they're mixing heavy metal with traditional instruments and traditional music and throat singing.
Is it? Well, was there
There's
throat singing on this one?
Droning throat singing in this.
Oh, okay. I don't think I picked it up, but
Yep.
And that's all of their songs, or there's
This is their style.
there's
this
no
is-
vocals in any.
There's
of it.
vocals.
Well, I mean,
No,
besides
there's no traditional vocals.
Right.
Unless they do something with somebody else.
okay.
So what I found funny is there's Mongolian or Tuvan throat singing,
Right.
which is that splitting of the
Right.
sounds.
Yeah.
And that reminded me of, Billy West?
The guy who did Ren and Stimpy.
Yes. Yes. So
Okay.
he was also the voices of Fry, Zoidberg, and Zapp Brannigan, and the professor from Futurama.
Really, I had no idea. I knew
He
him from
was
Ren and Stimpy.
all four of those people.
Yeah.
He's been in a ton of things. He was
Yeah.
Doug.
He was on Howard Stern. I mean, he used to do Howard Stern for a
He
long
was
time.
Doug from the show
kid?
Doug. Yep. Doug Funny.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. So he also did Popeye for a little while.
Okay.
And he said he was having trouble figuring out Popeye.
Right.
And he sat there and he was listening and he had been watching a documentary called Genghis Blues.
Right.
It was about Tuvan throat singers, which is that style of music.
Right.
In Mongolia. And their music is kind of like country sounding. It's got that
Okay.
and he
I
hears them
never- I
singing,
would
and all of a
have
sudden
no
he's like,
Yeah.
that sound. He goes, holy shit,
That's
Popeye was a
Popeye.
Tuvan. And then he started doing that,
And
and then the lower version of it and doing them at the same time.
Right.
And he got the Popeye voice that way.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
I was like, that is the level of I've been listening to things rather than watching them my entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And that's, he said his entire world was Sonic. So he listened to the Three Stooges more than he watched them.
Yeah.
So when he does, Larry Fine, it's really
Right.
good.
It's really good. Right.
Oh, that could be one of my favorite impressions he did.
Yeah.
Drunken Larry Fine. I peed in my shoe.
Oh, you're gonna make me go back and listen to some of those old fucking tapes.
Yeah, so Tenegra Cavalry is
Yeah, it was. Yeah, this was very good. I thought it was more of a
Nordic.
Nordic or Celtic.
Just remember,
band in that area.
if you band across the northern part of Europe, it
That
goes
right to China, right?
the
Yeah.
northern system,
Yeah.
Norway, Finland,
Right.
and then it's Russia, Mongolia.
Yeah.
The difference between, and this is scary, the difference between Russia, Mongolia, and Kazakhstan is literally zero borders. It's just land. It's open space.
Yeah.
Like there's no physical barrier between those countries.
Right. There's no mountain or river or anything like
Now,
that.
between Mongolia and Russia, there's the steppes, the Russian steppes, but
Right.
it's not that hard to traverse, which is why people in parts of southern Russia, Kazakhstan, and those areas look Asian.
Kind of look the same. Yeah.
Have you ever seen someone who's actually from Kazakhstan?
I don't know.
You would know because they're Russian-speaking Chinese looking.
Oh, I thought they were like
They don't look like Borat.
Borat.
None of that was
I
accurate.
know.
I met, like, the first time I met somebody who was from Kazakhstan, one of my
They look Asian.
straight up Chinese,
Yeah.
but fluent Russian speaking. I was like, I've been lied
yeah.
to. The universe lied to
I
me.
told you I worked with a guy who was Chinese Jamaican.
Yeah.
And in my mind, I mean, listen, I eventually got used to it. But when I first met him and I was like, hey, what's up, man? He's like, what's going on, man? And I'm like, what the fuck? Are you joking with me right
As
now?
a student, there was a CT tech.
Yeah.
His name was Ansel Chung. He was West Indian Chinese.
Yeah.
And he had Asian features,
Right.
dark skin.
Yeah.
And had the thickest accent.
That was this dude.
I was like, I'm being pranked.
He would speak sometimes. I'd be like, what? Because it was the thick Jamaican accent. And then it's so funny. Until my 20s, they were like, yeah, there's a lot of Chinese people moved to Jamaica. And I was like, I had no idea.
Dominican
I had
Republic
no idea.
too. So when I was younger, my dad used to be obsessed with laughing at the president of Brazil because his name was Sakamoto.
Okay.
He was Japanese Brazilian.
Right.
But he was born in Brazil.
Brazil, yeah.
But his name was Sakamoto. And in Spanish, moco is booger.
Suck a booger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's booger eater.
Yeah.
So my dad would just giggle to himself watching TV.
Yeah.
And that's stuck in my head.
Right.
They're Japanese Brazilian, which has to be, for the women, that's got to be the sexiest thing in the universe.
Yeah.
Because that's like the dainty, and then Brazilian, which is, yeah. I read it. I had to bring it back around.
All right, let's move on.
Okay.
I don't know.
Scroogners?
This was one of the I had to look it up. I was looking for foreign bands that were not Canadian or
Which you
British
found an
or-
Italian anti-fascist punk band.
yes.
And they're awesome.
Yes, I listened to this quite a bit, and I think I'm gonna go back and listen to some of their other songs. What's comforting about this is, so right, I'm half Italian, right, and literally I can say that now because I'm 51%.
51%, but 7% of you doesn't agree with any of that.
So I grew up when I was about 9 or 10 years old. They sold the house next door to me, and wow.
I didn't say anything. I didn't say
Your
shit.
face. I'm putting this away. Your face.
You know, you can
just
still-
gave it away. 'Cause
yeah.
I knew I'm not as good either because I knew exactly what you were thinking.
I hate it, but I know it, and
Yeah.
I can't unknow it.
Yeah, because every time somebody says, "Oh, the house next door to me," I sing it in my head.
And I don't
it's
want
not
to.
good.
I don't want to.
I don't want to.
I hate that
No,
word.
and I don't even mean it.
I
Yeah,
know.
it's not a bad thing. It's just that I've heard it so much that
But why did we hear it so much?
Because it was
Nobody
on the
played it?
radio.
When was that on the radio?
Howard Stern.
Oh, I didn't listen to Howard.
Howard Stern, and I'm sure before all this shit went down, I'm sure Opie and Anthony played it at least once or twice.
Oh, they had to have.
And
Oh, that was terrible.
I'm gonna fucking fold back the fucking
Foreskin?
yeah, but growing up, not only in the neighborhood I did, but and all these family members are dead, but in an Irish family,
Yeah.
that word flew
Oh, yeah.
very easily.
I think we've talked about my grandfather at some point and how my parents couldn't be together until he died.
Yeah.
Like they dated, but they couldn't they couldn't get married.
Right.
They were married literally a year after he died because he would have never let that happen.
Right.
He's a piece of shit.
It's yeah. I can't think of the I can think of the things that were told to me. Thank God, not by my immediate family, by girlfriends. I've always had a thing for Spanish girls, and I dated. I mean,
because you're a logical human being.
but I dated in high school. I dated a Colombian girl, and she was dark.
Okay.
And I remember, she came to a family function, and
Pube?
no, it was a beard hair.
Yeah, whatever.
But my grandfather, I mean, listen, he's dead. Is
it like
was an
he's
auction-
dead or like good riddance?
No, he passed away. And I loved him. He was a
Okay.
great guy. But this was the way he was brought up.
Yeah.
And they grew up. They had a house in South Ozone Park, and South Ozone Park used to be German and Irish.
Yeah.
And when I was growing up, the neighborhood changed, and it was a black neighborhood.
Oh, yeah.
But my family was the only white family there still. So there was a lot of never the N-word.
The others.
And I don't. This is not colored. Go
Okay.
hang out with the colored kid across the street.
Okay.
It
Which
wasn't.
isn't as bad.
But it's still bad.
It's the tone
It's
that matters.
still bad. But what I'm getting at is right. So I dated this girl, and I was told, she's not white, and I'm like, the fuck does that mean? I'm not marrying the girl. We're in high school. You know what I mean? But it was like things like that, like little.
Oh, the only thing I find funny when people get racist, it's comical how stupid they are. And then when it's accidental, it's even better.
Right, because he didn't mean it like He didn't say it mean.
My mom once said
Maybe he
to
you know
my
what?
wife,
Yeah.
she goes, "I can't eat Indian food. I just can't eat food that you eat with your hands." And my wife is an angel
hands, yeah.
and didn't say anything. And I went,
They're not animals.
I was like, "You mean like tacos?"
Yeah.
And she looked at me like I was crazy. I go, "It's food."
Hey.
She goes, "But they eat with their hands for everything." I go, "Yeah, not everyone was super keen on stabbing themselves in the mouth with a fork."
Anyway.
And they didn't have enough wood for chopsticks. Don't be racist.
Wow. So where I was going, I don't know how it went way over there, but
Talking about Italians.
yeah. So the house
Italian
next,
racism.
No, the house, next door to me.
Yeah.
There
Holy
goes again.
fuck.
They moved in. It was a house.
Jesus.
Wow. It was a Italian family off the boat. The mother and father were off the boat, and their kids were born here. But so I heard all these, tutte cose, all the things they're saying. So I knew kind of what they were talking about in this song, but I don't know it all because I'm not fluent in Italian. And then my dad is second, like 1.5 generations American.
His parents were off the boat.
His father was born there, but he came here when he was a kid, I believe.
Okay.
I think.
Okay.
So he wasn't like, and then back then when you came here, you learned English. So we knew the bastardized version of Italian,
Okay.
or certain words and stuff like that. So it's comforting to listen to an Italian band because I'm like, I could pick up these little words I heard
bits.
my whole life, or little sayings. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, I actually really like that. I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah.
It's just always funny when you think about accents.
Yeah.
Now, we have New York accents.
Oh, yeah.
There's that weird northeastern accent, the Maine and that stuff.
Yeah.
And then there's the southern stuff.
Then there's the Philadelphia stuff, the Pennsylvania, that area, Chester and
Which borders into the middle America stuff, which borders on the Wisconsin accent.
Yeah.
It all gets weird. Did you know that the Puerto Rican version of Spanish is the hillbilly way to speak Spanish, apparently? According to the rest of Spanish speakers?
Didn't I send you a reel
Yes.
about that the other day?
It is. I can believe it because
Yeah.
I've heard actual
Well, because
Spain Spanish versus
right
Mexican Spanish.
because my father-in-law, he's from Chile.
Yes.
So he says when he hears, I don't think so much Puerto. I think he said Dominicans.
Which is a different dialect.
It's like he says it's like, and he doesn't mean this bad either. It's like dirty.
Yeah.
Like
They call it that. They call it the dirty language.
Right.
It's just like the way we look at somebody with like a heavy, here's the best one, a heavy Maryland accent.
right.
Or, like one of those.
Yeah.
Somebody so Boston that you can't understand them.
Right. Like it's a different language.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
And-
That makes sense. And Puerto Rican is like that as well.
Cajuns.
Okay.
Real Cajuns. Like,
Right. They're speaking French.
It's no, not Creole speakers.
okay.
No, the French, like the Cajun accent, where it's almost mumbling.
Okay. I'd
Where
have
they're
to hear the
speaking
diff-
English,
yeah.
but it's just not quite enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
Was it Waterboy?
Yes.
That guy?
Yes. That
That-
where it's
wait.
English, but you can't understand what they're saying. The way we look at Scottish people,
Yeah, yeah.
where you hear what they're saying and there's
Right.
a word in there somewhere.
Because Mary Jane knows a Scottish guy, and he types the way he speaks.
Oh, Jesus.
And it's like if you look at it, you're like, okay, I get what you're saying, but that's not what that says. Yeah, yeah.
Terrible. All right, let's go to the second to last. My
Okay.
last.
All right.
This is Bloody Wood. Hang on. I got to back this up. This is Gadar.
Okay.
Go ahead. I know exactly what you're going to say.
The sitar, to me, is the bagpipes to you.
Okay.
Only because it almost sounds the same in every song of this culture.
I can understand what you're saying.
Do you understand what I mean?
I can. You're racist as fuck, but I get it.
Wow.
I'm kidding.
That's what I was trying
I know.
totally to avoid.
Well, here's the biggest problem. Like, if you look at the lyric sheet on this, half of it is in
Right.
their language. I believe it's Hindi. There's like 40 languages for India. I just want you to know that.
Okay. Yeah.
I don't want to be disrespectful, but there are like 40 languages.
Right.
The Middle East has over 100 languages by itself. And they're not dialects, they're completely different languages. So it's hard for me to pinpoint them. But their stuff is interesting.
Don't get me wrong. Song is not bad. There is a line in here that every time I heard it, I wanted to veer my car off into the fucking embankment.
Slow clap the crap.
No.
Oh. Go ahead.
He says, we're not fake like the WWE. We're real like the UFC.
I do see that.
And I wanted to. Every time I heard that, I was like, "Ugh." I can't. It's so.
Which is also how I imagine the sound you make when you come.
Well, it's not painful.
No, it just sounds like the.
But that line, every time, like I would cringe. I knew it was coming up, and I'd be like, here it comes. Which is also what I say. What?
Dippity doo, here comes the goo. You fucking wreck.
So anyway, yeah, but overall, an okay song. It's just that when I hear that sitar and that,
I'm not a fan of the rap part of it.
yeah,
Specifically.
yeah,
There's a little bit in English. It's okay. Like, some of the message is really cool. Not that.
I
Not
get,
that
I
part
get
of
where
the
they're
lyrics.
going. Yes, I get where they're going.
But I see a state turning to faith and faith turning into hate. Hate turning into votes and votes turning into notes. The blacker kind of black money. We're the antidote. That's a deep message.
Right.
On the other side of that, we have the next band.
Okay. Now this, I found, and I did it to annoy you on purpose.
I know you did.
This is the Cherry Cokes.
With Another Way.
Another way. It is a Japanese band doing Celtic
Did it,
punk music.
can I give you what I have here?
Yeah.
A fucking accordion? Really? This gave my ears AIDS. I hate you so fucking much for this. Celtic punk from Tokyo. That's actually in the description from their website.
Yes.
Fuck you. You know what? There's so many people in this band, and they all suck dick. All of them. I'm glad they have a $ in their name so nobody can find them when they go searching for them. And this is tootly do bullshit. Tootly fucking do.
This is 100% totally do bullshit.
And
I don't like it. I don't like it.
I'm going to tell you that when I saw this, I thought about adding a song.
Okay.
Thin Troll.
What is that?
It is Norwegian folk metal.
Okay.
You want to
That
talk
sounds
fucking
interesting.
accordion?
That sounds interesting.
Yeah, their main instrument's an accordion.
Uh-huh.
It's not as cool as you think it is.
Oh, their main instrument?
The most prominent instrument
yeah.
is the fucking accordion, and not Weird Al cool. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
Weird Al made the accordion cool. These guys did not. These guys did not.
That's funny.
Fucking terrible.
That's funny.
Holy shit.
Oh, I did this for you. I did this for this exact reaction.
This is why we dropped a bomb on these people. Twice. More than that, but the two big ones.
This might be the result.
Yeah. It's this and tentacle porn. That's what comes when you drop a nuclear bomb on people.
Yeah.
You get this and fucking tentacle porn.
Screwy.
And
But it also
and
gave us
pixelated
Godzilla.
bush.
It also gave us Godzilla.
Fair. That's fair. I do like
You
Godzilla.
ever see Godzilla -1?
I have not. I actually am going to go through the
So
entire new Godzilla
good.
franchise.
So good.
I have to get chronology.
I haven't watched Shin Godzilla yet. I heard that's awesome. But Godzilla -1, so good.
The plan
And
is
he's
to watch all of
not
them
in
all.
it a lot. It's the story of the people.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
It's Godzilla is not the main character in Godzilla, and that's
Right.
why the 99 or 2000 Godzilla sucks so bad.
Was that the
Matthew Broderick one, yeah.
Well, it's also no. The American ones are okay now. They're okay.
Yeah, they're not supposed to be. They're meant to be. I hate to tell you,
social
minus one is actually one of the American ones,
No, it's not.
isn't it?
No, -1 is Japanese. It's subtitled. Watch it with the subtitles. Don't watch it.
I don't dub.
Yeah.
Never dubs.
Yeah.
Oh, I've had this conversation with my wife about anime because I'm
Okay.
not super into anime.
I'm not into anime at all.
And she was watching something the other day, and I heard Japanese. I go, anime? She goes, yeah. And she goes, it's a comedy. I went, I doubt it.
Right.
She got so mad. She's so pissed. She gets so pissed when I mock her. Any cheap shot's a good cheap shot.
I hear you.
Yeah, but fuck these guys.
Yes. I
Cherry
have
Cokes.
I have
I
no
hope Coca-Cola sues them.
I have no defense for this. I did this purely for the anger.
It's in fucking defensible.
I did this for the anger because I was just gonna pick Japanese bands the rest of the time because I went down a Japanese like rabbit hole that I am very excited to get into, and I know that sounds real weird and it's not on Reddit.
I have another one, another band to show you that you're really gonna like. I have to look up how to spell their name because I can't pronounce it.
Yeah,
It's off the bat. It just does not sit with me.
Yeah.
But they're weird, but they're really good.
yeah.
So, oh shit, yeah. So you know where to find us, Basher.exe on
Yeah,
Instagram,
Nooks29,
and we have Hit the Stage podcast at
all
on Instagram.
over the place.
and
yeah.
then everywhere else. If you don't know where we are, how'd you find us? For now, take care of each other. Take care of yourselves.
Hail Halford.
Cal Halford, later.